What you don't define, you cannot find. Welcome to this life-changing episode of Leaders Arise. We have been discussing the secrets of an amazing year. And this is the third episode in that same series. You may want to go back to our previous episode so that you can be on the same page with us as we continue on this life-changing series. Don't forget that my desire is for you to have an amazing year. Year 2021 is around the corner, and I want to be a part of your journey as you prepare for that life-changing year. But before then, we still have some couple of days in year 2020. It is my sincere belief that if you can apply the things I've been sharing and I'll still be sharing today, you would also have an amazing 2020 that will actually prepare you for an amazing 2021. So today I want to share one more secret with you. Remember, I said there is no one secret to success. If you ever go to meet a great man, say, tell me one thing that made you to succeed. Really, there is no one thing. Success is like a meal, a delicious meal for that matter. It has different condiments. It has different ingredients, recipes that make the meal amazing. The same thing about success. The same thing about year 2021. There is no one thing that will make you successful. There are not many things anyway. There are a few things. Some of you that have been thinking that prayer is all that you need. My brother, prayer is not all that you need. Prayer is a foundation. But no building can be built by just laying foundation. You got to lay foundation in prayers. But you must acquire the other resource or resources that are needed to make the building worth the while. Some people have only laid prayer foundation. Nobody can live in a house that is only at the foundation level. You have got to build it. You have got to put other bricks in place. You have got to cover it, roof it, paint it, put finishing touches, put fittings and all of that. That's why you can say, yeah, this house is amazing. The same thing for year 2021. Prayer is only the foundation. You have got to build, have other materials, secret that you're going to apply that will make you to be able to live comfortably in your dream house in year 2021. So thank God for prayers, thank God for fasting. But the goal of prayer and fasting, like some of you are doing at the moment, is to deliver into your hands secrets, wisdom tips, things you need to build with so that that year can be amazing. So today, let me share one secret with you. And that's what I did to use to begin my discussion today. What you don't define, you cannot find. So the secret I want to share with you today is to ask yourself, what do I really want in that year? You see, what is amazing to me may not be amazing to you because of what we are looking out for. So you need to define your own amazing. I, as a pastor of a local church, I have an idea of what amazing will look like for me. An amazing year will look like me having a church that grows powerfully, having a church that have extensions and expressions in a few places. It might mean having an impactful ministry and all of that. If you are not a pastor like myself, obviously, if I share that kind of testimony, it can't trickle your fancy. All right? To you, you're like, what's the fuse? What's the fuse? Because what is amazing to me or for me is not amazing for you. When you also tell me what is amazing for you, it may not be amazing. Why? Because our definition of amazing differs. So the question I want to ask you today, what is amazing for you? Or how would you define your own amazing? Let me tell you this very seriously. It is too bad to enter year 2021 vaguely. It is too bad to enter year 2021 without defining what you want that year to look like. And I think that is what quite a number of people do. They enter that year hoping that the year will be better. By the time we get to 20-something of December, we'll start wishing ourselves Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. But the question is, how many people really have a year that is happy? See, a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year should be more than a cliche. It should be more than a wish or a prayer. It should be something you do intentionally. All right? So don't enter that year hoping. People's hope and expectations are always high. Particularly when you move towards 30, 31st, by the time you cross January 1st, everybody is high. They are hoping. They are expectant. Everybody is saying this year will deliver and all of that. I'm a pastor, so I've been in this for a while. But by the time you get to 15th of January, when the dust have settled, that's where we say reality begins to dawn on people. All right? And that's why water will find its level. That's when you know people that are really prepared for an amazing year, or people who are just carried away with the euphoria of the moment. Because the future you don't prepare for, you don't partake of. The year you don't prepare for, you don't partake of. 2 Chronicles 27 verse 6. The scripture says Jotham became great because he prepared his ways before the Lord his God. Jotham did not only become great by accident, there was an element of preparation, there was an element of intentionality that made Jotham to have an amazing life, and in our context, an amazing year. And that's the same encouragement I'm giving you today. You need to define what is amazing for you. You need to be objective. You need to ask yourself, what do I really want in year 2021? Because year 2021 will be full of opportunities. But how would you know the opportunities that are meant for you? Or how would you position yourself to ensure that such opportunities do not pass you by? There is no other way to ensure that than making sure that you really know what you are looking for. I want to beg you so seriously. Don't enter year 2021 vaguely. Don't enter with this assumption that all will be well. All will be well can be a motivational statement. But if all will actually be well for you, you have got to ensure that you define what you really want for that year. Because nothing becomes dynamic until it is specific. Nothing becomes dynamic until it is specific. What you don't find, what you don't search or look for or seek, you don't find. Because the scripture says, ask and it shall be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door shall be open. So there must be a seeking, all right? There must be an asking that must be specific. There must be a seeking that must be specific. And of course, there must be a knocking that must be specific. You and I know that specific keys open specific doors. If I want to know the keys that I need to open a particular door in my apartment, I need to define the door. Okay, I want to open the storeroom. All right, so I look for the key that can open the storeroom. I want to open into my kitchen or open into my bedroom. I want to open into my backyard or my whatever. I need to define the door before I can locate the key. A lot of people are looking for keys here and there, but of what use is a bunch of keys in your hand without a specific door in mind? I know there's another side to looking for the specific key for specific door, but how would you know the key that is specific if you don't know the door that you really want to open? So I want you to sit down with yourself and God, take a piece of paper, take a pen, all right, go to a place of solitude, a very quiet place, carry some books and materials with you, carry the Bible with you, take a bottle of water with you. Just go to a place of solitude and really ask yourself, what will be truly amazing for me as far as year 2021 is concerned? I know that by the time we get to December 31st, a lot of teams will start flying here and there. My year of exploits, my year of turnaround, my year of mega success, my year of open door, my year of this, my year of that. As wonderful as those are, I beg you, don't fall for that. Don't live your life confused. Because some people now, they will know the yearly theme of every ministry, and they will start claiming that it's my year of exploit because church XYZ, that's their year. Church ABC is my year of open door. See, that's a life of confusion. As wonderful as it is to partake or to tap into those prophetic declarations, but not all of them are meant for you. You need to know what it is you want. There's no way you can know what you want actually that without sitting down with yourself and God. Let God impress some thought in your heart. And that's the powerful secret of meditation. You want to meditate. You want to allow the thought of God to be superimposed on your heart. And you also want to ask yourself some questions. Because I believe having an amazing year or defining what the year will look like is not only a God question. It's not only a God responsibility, it's God and you. There are some times God will leave you to yourself and say, my son, what do you really want for year 2021? And maybe I should ask somebody today, if God were to ask you that question, say, Demola, what do you really want for year 2021? Would you say God is up to you? Don't ever say God is up to you, because the same God that you are saying is up to is asking you, my son, what do you want for year 2021? I don't need any prophet to tell you that. The same God is asking you today, my daughter, my son, what do you want for year 2021? If God dare ask you that kind of question, what would you put down? What would you say to God that is what you really want for year 2021? Can I shock you with this truth? If you don't really have what you want for that year, I'm sorry, that year can be amazing, because nothing's become amazing if it is not defined. So you've got to define what you really want, because what you don't define, you cannot find. Let me round up today by letting you know why you need to define that year. I think I've mentioned one of them. One way not to be confused is to be focused, is to know what you want. The truth of the matter is, people will drag you here and there. All right? There'll be what I call good attractions that are fatal distractions. I'll say that again. There'll be what I call good attractions that are fatal distractions. I will say that again. There will be what I call good attractions that would be fatal distraction. You know, a distraction is not a distraction unless it is an attraction. I will say that again. A distraction is not a distraction unless it's an attraction. It takes something to attract you to distract you. If something does not attract me, it cannot distract me. All right. So in the midst of many attractions that you will see in year 2021, one way to keep your sanity, one way to keep your focus is to know what you really want. So when you define what year 2020 will look like, 2021 will look like for you, number one, like I said, it will deliver you from confusion. It will deliver you from fatal distractions. Good attractions that are fatal distractions. Number two is that it will help you to maximize your resources in year 2021. You know, sometimes I wonder why people say that I don't have enough time, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough this, I don't have enough that. Can I tell you this very simple principle, that God in His mercy will give you what is just enough for you to live your life part-time? I will say that again. God will be committed and faithful enough to give you what is enough for your life part-time. You don't have too many resources to do so many things. Can I say that again? You don't have too many resources to do so many things. The reason why there are seeming lack in people's life today is that they are using their resources meant for specific areas or specific phase of their life. They are expending it or dispensing it on too many things. Your time is limited. For instance, you've got just 24 hours every day for year 2021. Your energy is limited. There's so much that you can do. All right, you can't do more than what your energy and capacity can do. All right, and all the resources that God has placed in your life, your finance. All right, like I said, your money, your energy, your finance, and even relationships. So one way to ensure, all right, that those resources are maximized is that you define what you really want. So you won't buy every product. You won't go to every function. All right, you won't enroll in every course. You won't do every business. You won't preach every message. You won't attend every conference, because you've already defined what you actually want in year 2021. And that would help you to not dispense your energy in so many things. Number three, the third thing that defining what you want to find or what you want in 2021 will do for you is that it will help you streamline your activities for that year. You won't have to do so many things. All right, like we've been told over time that jack of all trade is a master of none. Okay, of course, we are in an age where people are saying, you have to multitask. I'm an apostle of multitasking, strong advocate of multitasking. All right, people say do so many things. You have to do so many things. They're gonna do this. I say you're just an engineer. You need to do network marketing. You need to do forex trading. You need to also explore this. As wonderful as those are, my brother, nobody succeeds who do so many things. Men of success are men of one thing. And somebody may wonder, so Pastor Demola, does it mean that I will just do one thing with my life? Yes and no. Yes, because the one thing you do will be your mainstream. The other things will become the offshoot of the mainstream. You don't want to make the offshoot of your life to be the mainstream of your life. So once you define what you want, it helps to streamline your activities into one or a very few things that you want to commit your energy, you want to commit your time, you want to commit your emotion and what have you on, so that other things can find expression via those things. So those are the advantages of defining what you want to find. Let me give you one more as I round up. One more reason why you have got to define what that year will look like is because there will be so many opportunities in that year. The opportunities you attract is going to be based on the ones you have been able to define. So when you don't define what really is an amazing year for you, you won't know the opportunities to attract. You don't know the one to say no to. In fact, you will have some opportunities passing by. Let me give you a very quick example. It has happened to several of us. I don't know if it has happened to you. If my friend suddenly drive a Lexus Jeep to this office, to this recording room now, or to this my workplace now, and I admire the car, I say, what a powerful car, and all of that. Do you know that between today now and the next couple of days, I'll be seeing several Lexus Jeep cars? Because I've seen it with my friend. Do you understand? Or maybe it's the car I want to buy, or it's the car somebody spoke to me about. I will begin to see that car. Listen to me very well. The cars have always been around, but I cannot notice them because I have not defined the kind of car I want to notice. Do you understand? But because my friend drove it to my office, it has made an impression on my heart. So almost everywhere I get to, I will still start saying Lexus Jeep, Lexus Jeep. They are not just there. They are not just there at the moment. They've been there. They've been there. Even outside now, as the vehicles are moving, they probably are Lexus Jeep among the cars. But I may not have noticed them because I have not defined the kind of car I want to see. The same thing with life. A lot of opportunities are going to pass you or pass around you in year 2021. But when you define what you want, you are able to spot your own opportunity. You are able to discover your own opportunity. And the opportunity that you discover is the one that you can maximize. So in year 2021, I want to beg you, don't live that life. Don't enter that year vaguely. Define what you want to find so that when opportunities that are like what you are looking for come, your eyes will be sharp enough to be able to spot them and you'll be able to maximize them. I hope today's broadcast has helped you one way or the other. I beg you, don't wait till 2021 before you practice this principle. Start practicing it right now in year 2020 so that by the time you move to 2021, it will have become a second nature to you and you will start that year on a note of amazing. Thank you for your time with me on today's episode of Leaders Arise. I look forward to having another powerful time with you at the next episode. Don't forget, an amazing year awaits you in year 2021, but start living the year right now. Bye for now.